Hello friends, welcome to our channel. In this video, we will be understanding the need of XML file in Android app development with its benefits. So let's see each and everything in detail. XML is commonly used in Android app development to define the layout and user interface of an app. The layout of an Android app is defined in XML file, which describes the layout of the app in terms of views and view group. The view are basic building block of an app user interface such as button, text fields, and images. View groups are used to organize the views and provide additional layout functionalities such as layout margins and padding. Okay, so as you can see on the right hand side, there is an image of a mobile, and in that particular image there is a GUI that we can see, app GUI that we can see, and this particular GUI can be designed with the help of an XML file. So this XML file is a layout, and it is also known as a layout file, and that layout file can be used to design this particular application. So as you can see, the layout file is made up of views. Views is nothing but a GUI elements. Using that, what we can do, we can design the screen of an application. So as you can see, the name is there. It is what a text view that will help us in understanding that we have to enter name over here, and beside that text view there is a particular edit text view that can be used for getting the name from an user. Similarly, a phone is been there, phone text view is there, and beside that phone text view we can see a edit text view. So using that edit text view, what we can do, we can get the inputs of a phone number. So these are nothing but an individual views that we can see in a particular screen, and this using such kind of views, what we can do, we can design an application. So these views can also be grouped down. As we can see that this particular name and phone number, it has been grouped down and with a table layout that we can see, and which will provide us with an additional functionality if you want to provide a margins, if you want to provide a padding, that can be done. So at the bottom board also we can see that the buttons are there. Buttons are nothing but a single views that have been there, and these buttons are grouped down into a view group. Okay, similarly, whatever is a requirement that can be designed with the help of an XML. So XML plays an important role in an Android app development. As you can see in this particular image, on the left hand side there is an XML file. This XML file is nothing but a layout file of an activity. Similarly, we can also make a layout file of a fragment. Using an activity and a fragment, what we can do, we can design the screen of an Android application. Each and every functionality, we are having a separate activity and a separate fragments. Fragments are nothing but a separate part in an activity. As we are having a part in an WhatsApp, we will be seeing in detail regarding the fragments in our next videos. Right now we need to only understand that activities and the fragments are used for designing a mobile screen, and this particular screen is being designed with the help of an XML file. So as you can see that in this particular XML file, we have placed a text view and button. This is also in a form of an XML component. So we have placed a text view and button with all its attributes that we have mentioned, like width and height, then how in what orientation we want that particular text view and button to be displayed in a particular screen that we have mentioned over here, as we have discussed in a previous where we have studied how to define an XML tag. So it is nothing but known as a views. So this is what a text view and button view that I want to display on a screen. And on runtime, this particular XML types will converted into a GUI component that will be displayed on a screen. Now let's see the benefits of using XML in an Android app development. The first one is suppression of concern. Suppression of the concern means what? Over here, what we are doing is that we are separating our XML file, which is a layout file that will help in designing a GUI of an application, and the next one is what, an application logic, which will be in a form of a Java or Kotlin file. So what will be the benefit over here is that the developer can only focus on an app logic. There is no need of worrying of an layout file. He can only focus on a particular app logic. Next benefit is reusability. Layout files can be used across different activities of fragment, which helps to reduce cost duplication and simplify the development process. Next is what, easier to read and understand. Because XML is a markup language, it is easy to read and understand the layout of an app, even for the developers who are not familiar with an Android framework. In addition to layout files, XML is also used in Android to define other types of resources. Resources like strings, colors, and dimension. Suppose that if we are using a specific string in an application and that string is being used for many times, like app name, as you can see in this particular string.xml file, we can see that app name that will be used throughout a particular application, and if we want to make it as a string variable, we can place in this particular variable, and with this name that has been given over here, like an app name, that can be called wherever we want to display that particular name in a particular application. So later on, if you want to change the particular name, the only change that we need to do is over here in an XML file, and the changes will be reflected throughout the application. Next one is what, colors. What we can do is that we can make the colors for different things. Like with the help of this particular thing, what we can do, we can set the color for different operations, like for specific text and all we can set, and whenever we want, with the help of the name that we have given in this particular resource file, what we can do, we can call that particular color. And the last one is what, dimensions.xml is what, a separate resource file that we create in order to provide the theme for an application. So whatever the colors, like whatever the color that we want to apply in the app bar, then background, then whatever will be the font, the style and all, that if whatever we want, that we will be defining over here in a dimension.xml file, and that will be applied throughout the particular application. So if we are going with a specific theme, there is no need for us to call that particular string and all color in each and every activity that we will be creating. Only thing is that we need to refer this particular dimension.xml file. With this, we can conclude that XML plays a crucial role in Android app development by providing a way to define the layouts of an app in a format that is both human readable and machine readable. Now, in our later videos, we will be seeing how we can design an application or different parts in an application using an XML file. Thank you. For more such videos on Android, please stay connected with us.